So I want to go across, I want to welcome onto our coverage Dr. KK Pandey, who's a well-known medical expert and healthcare professional. Dr. Pandey, thank you for being with us here on India Today, a day before the nationwide dry run that's going to be taking place on the vaccine rollout. Also a very momentous day for India's fight against the coronavirus, with emergency use authorization being granted to Covishield today, sir. Big day.
The preparations for vaccination is already in place. Every vaccination center will vaccinate only 100 persons in a day. As far as first of all, healthcare professionals will have to be vaccinated. And they are about 3.6 lakhs, including nurses and staff working in the hospitals and clinics. And these clinics will include also allopathic doctors, Ayurvedic doctors, homeopathic doctors also. So total population of these healthcare professionals is going to be about 3.6 lakhs. The preparation is already in place, including placement of NGOs, police personnel, the persons who will identify, verify the IDs of the persons who will be vaccinated. There will be 3 rooms in each vaccination center. Through one, the person who has to be vaccinated will enter. Then ID verification will be there. Then vaccination will be there. And then he has to wait for, say, about some time, 15 minutes, 30 minutes or whatever. Yeah. For observation. If any side effect occurs, on the spot, nurses or doctors are there who will take care of it. If there is any serious side effect, the patient or the person who has been vaccinated will have to be shifted to a major hospital. All these things are in place as far as Delhi is concerned.
Okay. Just stay with me for a moment, Dr. Pandey. Dr. Shekhar Mande, Director General of the CSIR, is also with us on this coverage. Dr. Mande, thank you for being with us here. Very, very momentous day, a milestone day in India's fight against coronavirus, with the emergency approvals being granted to Covishield today. And India's big test for the vaccine rollout happens tomorrow nationwide. So, there will be nervous times for the healthcare system, but this is India's big test, and it starts on the first day of the new year, sir.
Indeed, it's a great day. It also shows the resilience of the entire medical and scientific community, that how very quickly everyone came together, and in record time, not only in India, but also all over the world, community got together, understood the disease, and created a vaccine. There's something fantastic.
How do you see the dry run that's going to be happening nationwide tomorrow, sir? It is specifically designed to see where the weaknesses are, where the gaps are, so that when the actual vaccine rollout happens, perhaps as early as next week, things will be much smoother. So it's going to be a very complicated exercise with a lot of moving parts.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a massive exercise. The equivalent analogy we can only think of is conducting general election in the country.
Yes.
That kind of thing. But even more important, because human beings are injected into by a vaccine, and we have to monitor them for some time after vaccinating them.
Yes.
So it's a massive exercise with prioritization of people and everything. But it's something which is very good and something which ought to be done.
Yes.
So I think it's exciting time ahead in the battle against COVID-19.
Dr. Mande, India has excellent experience in conducting, large-scale exercises of this kind. By the very nature of the size of our population, the Indian system knows how to handle it. We've had, large-scale vaccination programs in the past. As you mentioned, we have huge elections in this country. What kind of challenges would you foresee at this point? Of course, many of the weaknesses will be visible once the dry run happens. But how do experts such as yourself foresee any possible challenges when this happens tomorrow, sir?
See, there are multiple level challenges, and I guess we are ready for almost all of them. The first challenge is the transport of the vaccine from the manufacturing facility to the vaccine administration center. That's number one. But that seems to be under control. The second challenge is to verify the identity of a person as per the priority that has been drawn.
Correct.
And actually administering the vaccine. There's the second challenge. And the third challenge is actually post-vaccination observation of a person. And that's exactly why the dry runs and all are being conducted to make sure that we have a very well-oiled machinery that is in place when the vaccination starts.
Sir, one final question with you is, between the dry run and the actual rollout of the vaccine, which could happen as early as next week, will there be very, very little time to address the challenges and the weaknesses that are identified? It's going to, the system is going to have to work very, very fast to correct any of those gaps that are identified tomorrow.
So in a sense, all of them have been addressed already.
Okay.
So even if the dry run is taking place, in some sense, all these addresses have been very effectively addressed collectively by different people. So if last moment something is there, I think we still have time to address that. But I don't foresee any difficulty from now on.
Okay, no difficulty. That's very, it's extremely reassuring to hear someone like you say that, sir, that the weaknesses have already been identified. Tomorrow is really just a simulated exercise because we are, after all, a country that recognizes the scale of the exercise at hand, and therefore there's no room for error. So it's great to hear the director of the CSIR saying, we know where the weaknesses are, we know where the challenges are, we will do this professionally so that there are no errors when the real exercise actually happens. Thank you, Dr. Mande, for joining me on this. As the Covishield vaccine gets its approval, and we were the first to break it to you, viewer here, and the rollout gets ready, India today got exclusive all access inside the Serum Institute of India, which in Pune has already manufactured 50 million doses, you'll be happy to hear. India Today's Rahul Kanwal was inside the Serum Institute of India for this extensive tour of the vaccine that is now India's vaccine.
My concerns are more about the side effects after someone's actually got the vaccine.
So, whether it's a chimperinovirus or a killed virus, live attenuated virus, different technologies that different vaccine manufacturers are working on, there are bound to be some side effects. That's the case with pneumonia vaccines, measles vaccines, rotavirus vaccines. But this should not, alarm us in any way that vaccines are unsafe or, you're going to get sick. A very small percentage of people react badly to vaccines, but there's nothing to be worried about.
So what are the typical side effects if somebody gets your vaccine?
Little fever, little headache, little sore throat maybe, but that lasts for about 2 days and you take a paracetamol and that goes away. That's been proven in thousands of people globally now who have taken our vaccine, and no severe side effects beyond that have been noticed.
The apprehension for those who are the naysayers or the vaccine skeptics is that there is just so much money riding on the idea of coming up with a vaccine and rolling out this project that even if some side effects are being seen, even if there is some pushback because of the vaccine, people will pepper over it. Hide it under the carpet, ki boss ab roll out karo, jaldi karo, jaldi karo.
No, we've got the highest level of vigilance with the Drug Controller of India, which is monitoring any side effect, no matter how small or big it is. And we are ensuring that no risk to human life is going to be there as a rollout of these vaccines, which is definitely happening at a rapid pace, which is required, and we need to be united in this. It can't just be that a manufacturer takes the risk. Even the public have to have some faith and understand that this is required, because until we vaccinate everybody, nobody is safe.
Now, Covishield is also called the Oxford vaccine because Oxford University and AstraZeneca have developed this vaccine in the United Kingdom, and the Serum Institute of India is testing and manufacturing it here in India. Well, India's drug regulator, apart from according emergency use approval to the Covishield vaccine of the Serum Institute, it's also discussing possible approval for Covaxin, which is manufactured by the Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech. It is being developed in collaboration with the Indian Council for Medical Research, or ICMR. Covaxin has completed phase 1 and phase 2 clinical trials. The third phase, the phase 3 efficacy trials of Covaxin, were in progress with over 13,000 volunteers. The vaccine can be stored at between 2 to 8 degrees temperature, perfect for India. The vaccine aims to build an antibody response. About 10 million doses are already ready, while it has a current annual capacity of 300 million shots at the Hyderabad facility. Bharat Biotech has asserted Covaxin will be effective in dealing with the new strains of the coronavirus, the mutant strains B117 and so on. Well, this is amidst concerns of those new strains of coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, especially the variant that was detected recently in the UK. And there are 29 of those cases already here in India.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.